let's talk about the mayoral race. I was quite taken with the tweeting you did on the night of, I think it's the second debate. I'll ask you the question that my former colleague Terry Moran was asked after his controversial post. Were you sober watching the debate?
100%.
100%. What inspired you to go so hard after Andrew Cuomo and on that evening?
Well, I was high on life if I was high on anything because, I had been waiting to see people state the obvious and fight back. And in the first debate, I think only Michael Blake did that productively, to his credit. But in the second debate, I think Zohran Mamdani was on a much stronger footing. I think Brad Lander was on fire, and it was a real debate. Also, there's a lot of junkies of political junkies on this call. Switching use of junkie here. That second debate, actually shed light. It actually brought out real contrast in both personality, leadership, but also issues. And I was ready to say something about Andrew Cuomo, and I had held my fire for a long time because I did not want it to become like a back and forth with Andrew Cuomo and his team.
Yeah.
But I think that night proved to be kind of kismet. It was time for me to say something. It was the right moment in terms of what was happening on that stage. And then I think it's absolutely fascinating. I'm a supporting actor in this drama, but so many people from so many different angles over the last 2 weeks have finally said the emperor has no clothes. And I think it's reverberating out very deeply. And that debate sparked it.
Yeah. Interesting. You want to tell us who your 5 votes were for?
Not tonight, Mark.
Not tonight. Okay. Did you list Andrew Cuomo on your ballot?
Amazingly, I did not.
Did not. Okay. I think that one of the brilliant things that those opposing Andrew Cuomo have done was to popularize the concept of don't list him at all. And if he loses, that'll clearly have been a very marketable way to try to defeat him. I'm wondering what you think of that.
If you look at, I would urge everyone who cares about politics and communication, look at the Dream for NYC video. Really talented people put together. And the DREAM stands for Don't Rank Evil Andrew for Mayor. And it's powerful and really hammers home, if you believe, as so many of us do, there's a thoroughly corrupt, amoral human being. The best thing to do about it is to just don't rank and tell everyone else don't rank. Well, that did gather some steam. I think it really, as ranked choice voting has become more the norm in New York City, people are still kind of learning it. That actually helped people think. And then pivotally, for Zohran and Brad to cross-endorse, which was, as you know, Mark, the criticism in 2021 for anyone who's not happy with the status quo in New York City, people have said, if only Maya Wiley and Catherine Garcia had cross-endorsed, the result would have been different. I think that's a true statement.
Yeah.
People got the memo, and it took guts on both their sides, honestly. They both showed some actual political creativity and courage, but I think when the smoke clears, if the Emerson poll in particular is to be believed, I think it will be possibly the decisive act of this election.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.